So Humberto, we are here today in Kitchener, Ontario. Can you tell us a little bit about Young Condos and why people should choose this project?
First, the building is a 23-story building with 296 units.
Yeah.
It's centered locally in Kitchener downtown,
Yeah.
right beside City Hall, so
Yeah.
you couldn't get any more centered than this project. It's a massive project with a little bit of commercial space in the front on King
Yeah.
Street, with a combination of some townhomes mixed in the podium level, 2 penthouse suites as well on the top 2 floors. We have some nice terrace units as well, along with some 10-foot ceiling units as well. You have your 1 bedrooms, 1 plus dens, and 2 bedrooms.
And how much they start?
You're going to start in the low 3s with the 1 bedrooms.
Yeah.
With the 2 bedrooms, you're going to start around that 460 range and
Yeah.
up for the 2 bedrooms. You're looking anywhere from 460 to 520 for the 2 bedrooms.
I went through some information. What I like about this project, Humberto, it's really good if you compare how much people paying in Mississauga or downtown Toronto price per square footage. Over here it's much better, and for return of investment over here it's much better, because basically they can be rented today, 2-bedroom condo for like $2,100, like $2,100, comparing to $2,400 in Mississauga or downtown Toronto. But if you look at how much people can pay for the unit itself, we're talking about on average $250,000 to $300,000 more. For you as an investor, I don't think you can get that money back. So and what I like about it, and I started driving around. Google is right there, and there are like big companies, and I can call it easily as like a tech city. So what can you tell us about it?
Well, touching on a little bit later on that, Google is an 8-minute walk from here.
8 minutes.
Yeah, and that's just one massive company. But we do have a lot of companies. Kitchener is right now the #1 tech starter hub in all of Canada.
Yeah.
So you'll get your companies from NetSuite to Communitech to D2L, FinLabs.
And these are all big companies.
These are all big tech companies that have planted shop and continue to grow. And the area continues to grow. These are all companies that are all within range of walking distance.
Oh.
Even Shopify is here as well. Another big, massive
Yeah,
tech company as well. And you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
It goes back to what you're saying. Vacancy rate here is about 1.7.
Yeah.
So nothing stays unrented for very long.
Nothing. Yeah.
The beauty of the project
And
is
not just that, Humberto, one of the promotions that I'm giving my clients, whoever wants to buy in this project, I will be giving them 2 years guaranteed rent. Plus, do you want to talk about the promotion?
So the promotion is we're going to tie as a partnership to Ara and his brokerage, and what we've offered, he's going to do a 2-year rental guarantee, I believe. And we're going to add that up because we want to get high rents. So for the investor, turnkey operation, we're going to add furniture to these units.
Yeah.
So that way they'll be easier to rent and rent for more dollars.
Yeah, which is amazing.
It's perfect investment for them.
And not just that, Humberto, what I like about it, when I went through some, let's call it my homework about why should I choose Kitchener and this project, there are like $1.4 billion permits being submitted to the city, and all of that, it will generate lots of business, lots of job opportunities. And I was telling some friends the other day and some clients who purchased in this project, I see Kitchener, it's like back in Mississauga back in 70s and 80s. So it's a perfect time to get in, to buy a property and basically leave it for the next 5 or 10 years. And I strongly believe people will be making lots of money.
Yeah, so with the rents being high, that gives you that, that edge.
Yeah.
With the lower price point, gives you the edge to fund that.
Exactly.
Where you're saying, as the city grows and develops, the dollar per square foot is going to go up just like Mississauga.
For sure, exactly.
And you were buying it just before that boom. And the indicators are all around us, so this would be the opportunity.
Yeah. Now, speaking about Mississauga and any other cities, like each investment is different. We are not saying people who invested in Mississauga that was a bad call, but like each city, to me, I think a project that being said, that doesn't mean people who bought in Mississauga, they did not make right calls, but everybody's different, and some people, they like to go to Mississauga. For me, to invest, I think this is a good project to buy.
I would agree, and then it comes down to dollar per square foot.
For sure.
Where's the risk tolerance, and where's your return on your investment?
Exactly.
So with the math around the $5 to $5.30 per square foot range, it really makes it attractive. And some of them, correct, because we are including parking and locker with the price.
Parking it's included, locker it's included, and furniture.
Now furniture and the 2-year rental.
Yeah, exactly. Like even if you buy it from anywhere else, but basically it's a turnkey project. It's you get the key. You have a furnished condo ready to go, and I'm sure it will be like a good return.
It makes it easier on the investor.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind, but it's going to generate some income, and it's going to get them the ROI, the return on the sale. But let's look at demographically of the tenant pool.
Yeah.
Your clients might want to know that as well.
Yeah.
As an investor, what we're renting here as far as tenants, the model is a young professional working at these tech companies.
Yeah, they are.
They make good money, they pay the higher rents.
Of course.
And they tend to have a longevity to their leases, 2-3 years sometimes. And they do take care of your units as well. The furniture is just that bonus.
Of course,
They're just got a university, you're giving them the edge. They come into a unit, they don't have to spend money on furniture. And it really now makes it really attractive.
And there are some colleges and universities around.
We have campuses of the University of Waterloo and University of Loring, and along with McMaster as well. Right, it's a 6-minute walk from here.
And the train is like right there. It's like a walk-in distance.
Another thing is, as well, is the LRT is right outside our office. So anybody that does go to University of Waterloo or Loring, it's a 10-minute hike on the LRT, which is steps away from the lobby.
And you know what else that I like about it? Even if you don't have a car, you can rent your parking spot, and that additional money that you can make.
Another way to look at it. Absolutely.
Exactly. Humberto, thank you very much, and I'm sure we will be doing lots of transactions and lots of business. So, as you know, a lot of people already purchased here, and hopefully we'll do more business, and was glad to see you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, Humberto, so can you please tell us about the project and where it's going to be in Kitchener, like in the downtown? Can you show it to us in the map?
So we're right here, Young Condos. It's 55 Duke Street West.
That's the address.
And that is the address of the project. So we have a sales center right on site. Tower 1 is on the far corner, and that is an existing building. We are centrally located in downtown Kitchener. As you can see to your left, you have City Hall right beside us.
That's the City Hall.
And this is the center of downtown. So you see these red dots, these are just assortments of things downtown as far as restaurants, bookstores, you name it. It kind of has a breakdown of all the lists.
But nothing is like this, nothing like
So when you're pointing at Google, people look at this map and say, well, it's a bit of a stretch run. It is actually a physical walk of 8 minutes from Young Condos right to Google.
So 8 minutes from the project, from Young Condos to Google.
A walk.
A walk.
That's correct.
Okay,
So the LRT comes off our lobby as well. And you could definitely, if you don't want to walk the 8 minutes, you could jump on the LRT and get to Google within a minute or two.
Exactly. And then I see McMaster University, I think Waterloo or Kitchener campus. And can you tell us a little bit more about all these colleges and universities?
So as the city grows, the main campuses of University of Waterloo and University of Loring are in Waterloo. They're about 5 kilometers away from our downtown.
Okay.
It's still relatively close.
Yeah.
But they put some campuses here right beside Google in our innovation district. So you have a campus from McMaster, you have a campus from Waterloo. It's the health science campus and the school of pharmacy.
Yeah.
And Lori has put in also a campus here downtown, which is across the corner from the garage.
I think that's again, it's a walk-in distance to the...
It's right across the street, it is walking distance.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. I think, and just one more thing. What's here?
So that's it's called Victoria Park.
Yeah.
It's been in the city for a very long time.
Yeah.
And people might not be aware of this, but this park was designed by the same landscape architect that designed Central Park in New York.
Oh, wow.
So a little unique little flavor.
Oh, very good.
Downtown.
Yeah. And I think some of the units you can have a view.
A lot of the units that we have in our tower building will look upon this park, which is a great view.
Okay. Very good. I think it's kind of mixed between the park and between Google and all these big companies. I think if you look at it overall, it's a perfect project to invest.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. احنا اليوم هنا مقابل شركة جوجل اللي هي شركة عملاقة، شركة جدا معروفة أكيد كلنا نعرف عنها. طبعا هي 8 دقائق مشي للبناية، يعني only 8 minutes. وطبعا جوها من مثل ما تشوفون اكو سكة القطار، هاي سكة القطار تودي للبناية وهمين تودي للجامعة University of Waterloo. وطبعا هاي البناية الثانية اللي موجودة هناك الخضراء هي كلية الصيدلة في جامعة واترلو، وهمنا ماك ماستر يونيفرسيتي واترلو كامبس كلش قريبة من عندها. السبب اللي ردنا نشوف كل هالمناطق وكل هالشغلات اللي راح تصير بالمستقبل هو على مود واحد ياخذ فكرة كيتشنر بعد 5 سنين أو 10 سنين. يعني مشروع جدا جدا ممتاز، واعتقد يعني اللي يشتري ما راح يخسر، لانه اكيد راح يكون من الاوائل اللي دا يشترون بهاي البناية. ومثل ما حكينا بانه البناية بعدها يعني ما طالعة للببليك، هو مجرد كم بروكرز عندهم VIP access، والحمد لله احنا واحد من عندهم، وممكن تتصلون بينا ونعطيكم معلومات اكثر على البناية. شكرا.